Just thought I'd ask you how many times you've had to put plastic over those windows.
Is this the third time?
Third or fourth time. I'm sick of it. But that's...
You never do it, I do it.
Oh, I'm sick of watching you do it. Think of what else you could be doing if you weren't doing things 3 times. We're masking up all these side windows here because I'm about to spray inside the cabins and I don't want it spewing out over the top of the boat into the anti-slip and getting out into the atmosphere. I've got a couple of fans here. We're going to sit these over the hatches and draw the air out as we spray, because when you're spraying polyurethane there's isocyanates in it and we don't want to be breathing that too much, and even though you've got a respirator on you just want to be careful, because I don't like spraying this stuff, but it's got to be done. So the other day we decided we were going to get all of this done and at least get the headliner part done that we're going to Raptor, and then we can start working on the internal linings and get all those other parts stuck in that Sam and I did the other day. Doing a great job, Darren. Oh, the knees are murder, aren't they? They're murder. These windows here will be able to be put in as soon as we get this Raptor done. So I intended to spray twice. Place is like a bombs in it this morning. We've just got everything out of the bedrooms. All the liners off the wall. I'll just take in and have a look at the preparations that have been going on all day yesterday. I think I spent all day just preparing, and then we're into it for another hour this morning. So we're about to start the spray up. So we've had to cover every surface that's otherwise a good, clean, sort of, I guess, finished surface, which the flow coating of the bed base is certainly done. We also needed to mask the area that we want to Raptor, and that is only this area here. We will have some sort of a roof liner, a soft liner that goes up to the edge of the Raptor. So we've already rolled the window sills. Janet's just putting plastic on there so that we can basically catch any overspray onto the boat there. And I'm also going to spray, albeit a bit lightly probably first, the head. I've decided that we're going to spray this with Raptor. I think I've told you that before, rather than use the liner. The liner is heavy and it also takes about 1 inch of headroom out of this head. So I've prepared all this and I'm going to spray inside that back wall as well. That will be a cabinet with a wall on each side, and the washing machine will be there, and essentially I can then line it with the white gel coat sheets that I've got plenty of, and we can go from there. So just looking back here, I've had to mask up all of the modules around here to make sure that we've got plenty of protection from overspray. It's not going to be a problem out here. These doors are sort of doing the job of keeping the dust and the spray out. In the back room here, the other day I completed the curved bulkhead around the edge of the bed here. So this is sort of a double bed, I guess, with a bit of a 3/4 size double at the bottom. So it's pretty much standard for boats to sort of make a mattress fit wherever you can. But I've masked all in here, so I'll be spraying essentially all the way under there, up along the wall here, wherever it's fed, all the way up, and again into the masking. And once again, we'll have a liner that'll come off the roof here. And the other thing we're going to spray is this bulkhead here, essentially this area here down to here. This will have a white liner, and then we'll be spraying under here, and then once again white liner all the way around. So sort of got a range of textures we're aiming for in here, and then the rest of it will be wood laminate, which will be basically define the cabinets, I guess, is what we're trying to achieve here. Basically this will be a white face here, but this cabinet down here will be all wood laminate, just to soften the whiteness and take a bit of the brightness out of the room. I've got my chief plural mixing station set up down here, and here she is, the plural mixer. Janet, you ready to go? Mixing up more Raptor. So we've got about 8 litres of Raptor. We're only going to go through 4, hopefully. We said that last time, I think we went through 8. But there's not a lot of area we're spraying here today, but it's quite intricate, so it's going to be a little bit of a difficult one. Hopefully we'll get a bit of filming. We've got the 2 parts there. Righto, let's do it. Righto, should be passing me the goods in a minute and we'll be into it. 2 minutes.
I've done almost 2. I've done 2, no more.
Get down, we should have some music on. God. That's what we call this dance, the Raptor shake. Such a simple system, I love it. 60 psi gives you a nice fine mist. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back and
touch up with the roller, which is what I did along the windowsills here. So you've got the option to come back and touch up, but spraying is definitely the go. I prefer a roller because this is pretty stressful. But anyway, let's do it. Let's see if we've got a bit of. Yep, we're ready to go. Not bad, eh? Mm. Wow. Move the fan over?
Yeah.
And I'll leave another one.
You need another bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might clean it actually.
Clean it?
No, give me another bottle.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'll clean it.
Okay.
Move
Door.
the fan, will you, quickly? It's so important you get the masking tape off before it's set, or you'll drag it off with it. So just come in here within 20 minutes of spraying it and pull it off, and at least you can see I'm starting to skin. And then this is going to be gel coated here, so that's cool. And I've left this here so I don't have to remask all that. You can see up here. That looks great.
Okay, day 2 of the Raptor spray in the cabins. Yesterday I had a really good session. We went through 6 litres of Raptor, and I noticed last night that some of the areas just weren't quite good enough, and a lot of that came down to not being able to see what I was spraying. When you're spraying this in such confined spaces, and I've got all the rooms blocked off with plastic sheets and bubble wrap and the like, the mist is so bad that often it gets in your face, and you're just continually cleaning your mask. So I've come in this morning, Sunday morning. Janet's downstairs about to mix up another batch, but what I've done is I've actually given it a good sand and sanded down areas that were a little bit unfair, and I'm quite happy to come in and give it another go. I'm pretty much over spraying though. I really think the fumes got to me yesterday. I wasn't real well last night, and you know, when you're spraying the stuff in confined spaces, I've got fans and everything, but you know, there's only one thing to do, and that's to get it done, and it's just got to be done in a hurry. So I've lost a lot of the stippled effect that I've gone for in here, but I will regain it right now with just a light misting. I don't need to concentrate on filling the whole thing, filling all the little voids. I pretty much sanded them all down in any area that wasn't fair, but one way to avoid that would be to prime and sand the whole thing down and then come in and do the Raptor. I'm not doing that. I'm just putting the Raptor on 2 coats. I mean, 2 coats of polyurethane is like hard as a shit cutter's shoulder. So essentially I'm just going for a little bit of a neater finish, textured finish in here. The rest of it's going to be lined, and I've got these beautiful shiny white panels made for all the walls, so there's going to be a bit of a contrast in texture. But yeah, so I'm going to get into all 4 cabins right now. I'm only going to use 2 litres, go through it all, and then any touch-ups I can just do with a roller or a textured roller.
Mixing? Alright, here we go again.
and spray it.
There you go.
So hang on a second. You're going to go here, then there.
Here, over the other side.
Yeah.
Move the fan straight over.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do the 2 forward cabins.
Cool.
Alright? So we're ready to
nice.
go. Right, here we go. Tell the proof. And try to regain the texture that I lost yesterday.
We decided to have a big clean-up, didn't we?
Yeah.
My God, it looks so good. We are so impressed. We're impressed with our efforts. You happy?
Oh, it makes you smile when you see it semi-clean. You've still got some polishing and buffing to do. And
you're not wrong. I've had an idea that I might replace these hatches at some point with a proper hatch. I've actually kept part of the mould to be able to fabricate a big opening hatch there, which I think would be a great idea to give us better storage. And we've got the helm all dressed up. That's looking amazing. It's not, they're not in place because we're not leaving anything on the boat until we launch, are we?
No.
There's nothing being left here. No. Everything's just being sort of sat in situ to give us a feel for what it's going to look like. So we're at Sydney Airport. Zach and Ellen are coming home tonight. So Sam and Jan are here with me, waiting for them to come home. They're coming home for a week to get a wisdom teeth out and to graduate.
And to finish your electrics.
And to finish the electrics, yes, we didn't. It's a surprise that Zach's coming home. No one else knows other than us. But I think I've got a couple of jobs for him. Don't you reckon, Sam?
Yeah, that's going to make him work for his,
I reckon.
For his lift.
I reckon. Yeah. Ellen asked if it was alright if he stayed. It's as long as he does some work.
He's got to finish the boat.
Yeah, we've got to finish the boat. Yep. So we're waiting on him coming through the customs now. He's lost Ellen. Where's my daughter?
Wait, was she coming here?
Didn't you bring her? You didn't bring Ellen.
She looks
I'm not here for you, mate.
Stop her.
I'll say hello.
How are you, mate?
How you going?
You forgot my daughter. How are you, bro?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, mate. Wrapped to see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes Ellen. She obviously declared that she'd been bushwalking in an untracked area or something and got caught. What are you Hello, my darling.
I was waiting for you and
What
I got
a
the hurry.
classic.
No, you were coming. Hello.
Hello, beautiful. I've got to film you. I thought he'd come without you. What a little shit. That's awesome.
Ellen Borden.
Oh, hello. I thought you were filming them walking out.
Yeah, quick Zach.
What do you reckon, mate? Pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that was good, eh? Very proud of her. Congratulations, honey. Exciting times. I spent all day yesterday getting some of the wall panels ready for gluing, and I've got my epoxy mixer in here. Jan, getting all organised, aren't you? Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do the 4 sort of waist-high wall panels that I've got prepared in here. And as you can see, what we've done, we've actually put some foam blocking all the way along the top here, And then I've also I've installed a 16mm square conduit that I can actually run some wire through, and I think that's a really good thing. I probably should put a draw wire through it. No, I don't need to, because I'll just use wire, but at least I've got the entry point for a wire that I can run along the top of that section there. And so that's going to look a bit like this, and then once it's glued in place, I'm going to be able to drill out or cut out our port light and then physically mount the dress rim of the port light to the outside for a perfect finish. So there's a bit of preparation being involved here, and as you can see here, the gap where the foam and the conduit fit on each of these panels fits in where the bevel of the foam is. So this doesn't need to be structural. These pieces of foam don't need to be structural, but they'll be glued here right about where the seam is, and then there's going to be a timber capping over the top. So I've made these beautiful Tasmanian oak timber caps, and they're pretty light, but I've actually routed a rebate into it so that that will fit over the top like so, and essentially tidy the whole thing up, and essentially that'll be then tied back to the whole side, and all we'll basically see is this curve here. We won't see anything else. We've neglected to, or we've decided not to put liners in this area here, but from this point here onwards will be a soft padded liner just to dampen some of the noise and make it a little bit more luxurious for Janet and I, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Janet loves mixing epoxy, don't you? How many, probably done 80 kilos?
I don't know a lot.
About 80 kilos of epoxy and Techniglue, and it's been just marvellous, this stuff, marvellous. Sound like Richie Bonneau. If you're not from Australia, you wouldn't have a clue who he is, but the rest of us...
I don't know who you're talking about.
You're English. He played against England in the cricket. First panel we're going to glue is the stern starboard cabin wall, and we'll get the big long ones. They're about 8 feet long, so we're going to get them out of the way first, and then we'll be able to move the smaller ones in here. And we're going to do each side and set up on the other side with a big piece of black plastic, just so we don't get epoxy all over our nice white bed base. Janet's got some epoxy on the go, so Janet's mixing up as we speak, and we'll get it on. So that wall's all been cleaned, sanded, and basically we're just going to stick it against, and then we've got to somehow prop some things against it.
That we're going on?
Don't sit down.
Oh, wait, don't me.
I want you to hop out of the way for a sec, and I want you to get the leg back like this and get some glue on the foam. Just hold that there. You got it?
Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing.
What am I doing? I'm reaching to get a...
Tipping it, and it almost fell out.
Oh, the paddle pop stick almost fell out.
No, the blue ice cream container almost fell out, and there's glue on the outside of it, so be careful. Since I've made them flexible enough to be able to conform to the wall shape, and that's paid off. The only thing is they're coming out a little bit further. I probably would have liked up the top here, but it's not going to matter. That's cool. So we just blocked up a box here just to hold it in place. I'm not really sure if it's enough, but anyway, it'll have to do for now. I've marked here where the conduit is, so I can drill a hole from behind and actually access this conduit and perhaps run wires up through this cupboard. And similarly, from the back of the engine room, I can run wires back in through here for, essentially there's going to be some overhead bed lights, some reading lights here attached to this wall here, because it's a pillows up this end. But yeah, that's looking great. All right, that's the starboard side done. We've had a little break, haven't we?
Yep.
Yep, righto, down the port side, let's go. So this is the port stern cabin panel. Same deal. I just went over and checked the other ones, and they're perfect. It's looking really good. They're not moving either. They're sucked onto the wall, haven't they?
Janet just said, I think it's dumb trying to film it. Our whole life's about being filmed, Tom.
Yeah, but I should be holding this with you.
Oh,
It's
if
going
I
if
stuff
you
it up,
get
it'll make good video.
If you get glue everywhere, you're cleaning it up. I'm not.
No, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Just don't touch it.
Just don't lose your balance.
Shit, can you take this hat off me? I just crowned myself with the button on that stupid top of that hat. It's got to come off. I've cut every button off every cap I own except that one. I just hit my head.
Watch the corner.
Doors aren't big enough for me and it.
I know that. That's why I said you needed me.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I know I'm putting
Alright, come
this.
in.
You want gloves?
Yep. A pair of gloves and a glue.
You weren't a Boy Scout, were you?
I wasn't a Boy Scout. I was too much of an A-type male to be a Boy Scout. You're an A-type woman, honey. It's a dangerous combination, Janet.
I think I'm not quite. I think I know how to step back.
Oh yeah, you have to when I'm around.
No, that's true.
Way in. Oh, that's it. It's gonna find its home. Oh, that's in. Wow. Cool.
Oh no.
That works.
You reckon?
No, not at
Big
first.
fat. It's not like you've got clean shoes.
No, I'm gonna shoot a couple of fire. Beautiful. Well, that's number 3. All right, this is it. This is it for the day. I'm going home after this, honey. I've had enough. I call that a win. That is brilliant. So, that's going to look super nice with that little wooden trim on the top of it. And that'll finish it off. So Janet's job is to sand all these because where the router bits had a bit of a burn, and I could probably change the router bit, but I think it'd be better to just give Janet a lot of sanding to do.
Just in case I was getting bored with life.
But yeah, there's plenty to do there. So, and the other thing then we'll do is we'll put a beautiful Tasmanian oak top on here, and then we'll put a nice fiddle on the edge. And that's going to look fantastic.
Be nice.
Yeah.